Julius Caesar, a figure who left a profound impact on Roman and European history. His name became synonymous with supreme power, so much so that the word Caesar was later used to refer to Roman emperors. He was both an excellent military strategist and a brilliant politician. He transformed Rome from the chaos of a fledgling republic into a vast empire. Born into a noble family but not wealthy, Caesar quickly climbed the political ladder in Roman politics. He utilized every skill, from persuasion to military prowess, to expand his influence and consolidate power. His reforms fundamentally changed the political and social structure of Rome. In this video, we will follow Caesar's journey from his early days in politics, through his grand military campaigns, and finally to his unexpected death. We will also explore his relationship with Queen Cleopatra and its impact on Roman and Egyptian politics. Let's delve into the life and legacy of Julius Caesar, the man who laid the foundation for a mighty Roman Empire. Historical background and youth of Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was born during a tumultuous time in Rome. The social war from 91 to 88 BCE erupted due to inequality in citizenship rights. Meanwhile, King Mithridates VI of Pontus threatened Rome's eastern provinces. At that time, Roman society was divided into two factions. The Optimates, comprised of those who wanted power concentrated in the hands of the aristocracy. The Populares consisted of those who supported broadly distributing power through direct elections. Caesar's uncle, Marius, belonged to the Populares. When Caesar was 16, his father died and he became the head of the family. A few years later, he was nominated for the role of high priest. After Marius failed in the social war, Caesar was stripped of his position as high priest and left Rome to join the military, serving under Marcus Minucius Thermus in Asia Minor. During this time, Caesar demonstrated outstanding military talent. He participated in various military campaigns, quickly impressing his superiors with his bravery and innate leadership skills. He made his first mark in a battle against rebellious tribes in Bithynia, leading a small unit to capture a key stronghold. In 78 BCE, Julius Caesar returned to Rome. He came back during the anti-Sulla uprising initiated by Marcus Aemilius Lepidus, but Caesar didn't join due to a lack of trust in Lepidus's leadership. In Rome, Caesar defended and proved the innocence of a man named Cornelius Dolabella. He gained a reputation for excellent oratory skills, with a convincing voice and passionate delivery, denouncing the corrupt rulers of that era. To refine his skills, Caesar went to the island of Rhodes in 75 BCE to study under the famous professor Apollonius Molon. On his journey across the Aegean Sea, Caesar was kidnapped by Cilician pirates. Even in captivity, he maintained an aristocratic demeanor. When the pirates announced a ransom of 20 talents, about 12,000 silver coins, Caesar laughed loudly, saying he was worth at least 50 talents. This event demonstrated Caesar's confidence even in the face of danger, reducing his chances of being killed. Additionally, Caesar took on the role of a pirate sailor. He remained unworried and cursed when the pirates expressed dissatisfaction with his work. After being ransomed, Caesar gathered a fleet, attacked, and captured the pirates. The authorities in Asia Minor wanted to prosecute the pirates, but Caesar was dissatisfied. He proposed his own punishment, traveled to Pergamum, and personally executed the pirates, crucifying them all as he had warned when still on the island. Caesar's conquest of Gaul. After solidifying his position in Roman politics, Julius Caesar embarked on his boldest military campaign, conquering Gaul. From 58 to 50 BCE, Caesar led the Roman army in wars to expand Rome's territory northward into Europe, a vast region that now includes France, Belgium, parts of Germany, and Switzerland. He began his campaign by defeating the Helvetii, a group that attempted to migrate through Roman territory. Caesar cleverly used his tactical skills to stop and defeat them at Bibracte, immediately boosting his military reputation. He then confronted the Gallic tribes, particularly the powerful leaders like Vercingetorix, who tried to unite the Gallic tribes against Roman aggression. A highlight of the campaign was the siege of Alesia. Vercingetorix and his army had retreated to this fortress, and here, Caesar executed an extremely effective double-layered siege. He ordered the construction of a wall around the city to prevent external assistance, then built a second wall to fend off attacks from the Gallic reinforcements. This strategy was spectacularly successful, leading to Vercingetorix's surrender and a decisive Roman victory. Over 9 years of conquering Gaul, Julius Caesar led the Roman army to victory in many challenging battles, proving his ability to command multiple fronts simultaneously. He was involved in fierce clashes at Gergovia, seized Uxellodunum, and faced powerful tribal alliances like the Eburones under Ambiorix's leadership. Each victory not only strengthened Caesar's power, but also enhanced his reputation throughout Europe. Ancient historians recorded the results of Caesar's conquest of Gaul as follows: 800 cities conquered, 300 tribes eradicated. Caesar faced 3 million Gauls, of whom 1 million were enslaved and another million died in battle. Caesar's conquest of Gaul is considered the most extensive and successful military invasion since Alexander the Great. Caesar's success proved even more enduring than Alexander's. Gaul never regained its Celtic cultural identity, never staged a nationalist uprising, and remained loyal to the Roman government until the fall of the Roman Empire in 476. The Gallic campaign changed the geopolitical map of Europe. Rome's dominance was solidified, and Gaul became an integral part of the empire, contributing to its stability and economic prosperity for centuries. This cultural and political integration laid the foundation for a unified Europe under Roman rule, a legacy that endures today. However, these achievements also made Caesar a controversial figure in Roman politics. His success raised fears of a potential dictator, and his relationship with other leaders like Pompey became irreparably strained. This conflict deepened the rift in Rome's political mechanism, laying the groundwork for the major upheavals that would follow in Roman history, including civil war and Caesar's rise as an uncontested dictator. Roman Civil War. In 50 BCE, the Roman Senate, led by Pompey, ordered Caesar to disband his army and return to Rome, as his term in Gaul had ended. They also prohibited him from running for the consulship. Faced with this situation, Caesar feared he would be persecuted if he returned to Rome without the protection of a consulship and a loyal army. Moreover, Pompey accused Caesar of disobedience and treason. On January 10, 49 BCE, Caesar crossed the Rubicon River, the border of Italy, with only one legion, his 13th legion, and initiated the Civil War. January was typically a challenging time for military mobilization, so Caesar's enemies were terrified when they heard the news. The nobles, including Metellus Scipio and a young Cato, fled south, unaware that Caesar only had the 13th legion, while his main army was still guarding the Alps in the north. Caesar chased Pompey to Brundisium, hoping to restore their alliance, but Pompey slipped away. Instead of continuing the pursuit, Caesar traveled to Hispania and declared, "I have come here first to fight an army without a leader, and then fight a leader without an army." Caesar left Marcus Aemilius Lepidus to guard Rome and Mark Antony to manage Italy, before beginning his famous 27-day march to Hispania, where he wiped out Pompey's main army. After that, he led the army to attack Pompey in Greece. Despite Pompey's force being 3 times larger than Caesar's, Caesar secured a decisive victory in the short battle at Pharsalus in 48 BCE. At this point, the political advantage shifted to Caesar, as only a few of Pompey's senators survived the decisive battle. In Rome, Caesar held absolute power and was appointed dictator. Mark Antony served as his army commander. In a political move, Caesar agreed to relinquish his dictatorial power after 7 days and was elected consul for a second term, alongside Publius Servilius Vatius Azoricus. He continued to chase Pompey to Alexandria, Egypt. Here, Pompey was assassinated by a lieutenant of Pharaoh Ptolemy III, Theos Philopator. Caesar then became involved in the civil war in Alexandria between Ptolemy and Queen Cleopatra VII of Egypt. Possibly due to Ptolemy's role in Pompey's assassination, Caesar sided with Cleopatra. It is said that Caesar wept when Ptolemy's eunuch presented Pompey's head as a gift. Caesar then destroyed Ptolemy's forces and installed Cleopatra in power. During his stay in Egypt, Cleopatra gave birth to Caesar's child, though unacknowledged. Some historians believe it was Caesar's only son. Cleopatra later accompanied Caesar to Rome. They never married, as Roman law required both partners to be Roman citizens, and Cleopatra was Queen of Egypt. It is believed Caesar continued his relationship with Cleopatra throughout his final 14-year marriage, but they had no children together. In early 47 BCE, Caesar led his forces to the Middle East and crushed King Pharnaces' sect of Pontus's army at the Battle of Zela, forcing Pharnaces' Tiku to flee. This victory was so swift that he recorded it in just 3 words: Veni vidi vici, I came, I saw, I conquered. This account became immortal in military history. Caesar then headed to North Africa to deal with Pompey's remaining supporters, quickly winning against the forces of Metellus Scipio and the young Cato at Thapsus. However, Pompey's sons fled to Hispania. Caesar continued pursuing the remaining rebels and defeated them at Munda in March 45 BCE. Afterward, Caesar was elected consul for the 3rd time in 46 BCE and the 4th time in 45 BCE. Julius Caesar's reforms after the Civil War. After winning the Civil War, Julius Caesar held supreme power and implemented revolutionary reforms to strengthen and develop the empire. Caesar's reforms reshaped Roman political, economic, and social life. One of the most significant reforms was changing the Roman calendar. Caesar introduced the Julian calendar, based on the solar year, to replace the traditional lunar calendar. This helped standardize time and improve the accuracy of planning for agriculture. Caesar also extended citizenship to many people in newly conquered lands, easing tensions by distributing land to veterans and poor farmers. He reformed the tax system to make it fairer while consolidating central authority by limiting local officials' power. Moreover, Caesar strengthened his power by appointing his supporters to key political positions. He sought to reduce the Senate's power by increasing its membership to 900, diluting the influence of traditional noble politicians. These reforms were supported by the common people, who felt their lives improved. However, his policies faced fierce opposition from the aristocracy and senators who felt their power and influence were threatened. The result was a structurally and economically stronger empire, but it also created a tense and deeply divided political environment. The power struggle between Caesar and the Senate had severe consequences, culminating in his assassination on March 15, 44 BCE. This event not only ended his life, but also opened a new period of political instability for the empire. Assassination of Julius Caesar. On March 15, 44 BCE, a significant event known as the Ides of March occurred, the assassination of one of Rome's most powerful historical figures, Julius Caesar. The assassination marked the end of the Roman Republic and a turning point that led to the birth of the Roman Empire. The tense political climate in Rome at the time led to the assassination. Julius Caesar had amassed too much personal power, causing many to fear he would establish a dictatorship without limits. Despite improving the lives of ordinary people, his reforms also reduced the power of the aristocracy and Senate. This concern led a group of senators, including Gaius Cassius Longinus and Marcus Junius Brutus, who was once close to Caesar, to plot the assassination. The plot was meticulously planned and took place at the Curia of Pompey, a section of Pompey's theater complex, where the Senate was meeting. When Caesar entered, he was surrounded by about 60 senators and stabbed 23 times. The event unfolded in a tense atmosphere, with Caesar unaware of the conspiracy awaiting him. The assassination's aftermath was not what the conspirators had hoped. Instead of restoring the Senate's power and reducing the concentration of authority, Caesar's death led to further political instability and another civil war. It marked the collapse of the Republic and the early stages of the Roman Empire under Emperor Augustus. The conspirators underestimated the public and military support Caesar had. Their actions only worsened societal divisions, accelerating the transition from a republic to an empire. The assassination of Julius Caesar serves as a profound lesson about the risks and unforeseen consequences of using violence to resolve political conflicts. This action deepened divisions, hastening the Republic's downfall and ushering in a new era of the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar's literary legacy and historical influence. Julius Caesar was not only an outstanding military strategist and politician, but also a talented writer. In his literary career, Caesar left behind works documenting his military campaigns, notably the Commentaries on the Gallic War and Commentaries on the Civil War. These works provided deep insights into Caesar's military tactics and strategy and reflected the mindset and personality of one of history's greatest leaders. Julius Caesar's legacy is enormous. He transformed the face of the Roman Empire, from governance to social structure and law. Caesar laid the groundwork for the transition from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire, a period that lasted centuries after his death. His leadership and reforms created a more stable political system, though it eventually led to the rise of a dictatorship. Throughout ancient and modern history, Caesar's influence is evident in later Roman emperors and European leaders who chose Caesar as a symbol of supreme power. Even the German Kaiser and Russian Tsar are derived from Caesar's name, demonstrating his profound impact on subsequent cultures and politics. The lessons from Caesar's life illustrate the complexities of leadership and power management. Although he achieved many great accomplishments, his methods of accumulating and wielding power also led to confrontation and loss. His life and death remind us of the importance of balancing power and responsibility, and the need to listen to and cooperate with others. Ending the story of Julius Caesar, we see not just a hero or a tyrant, but a character who left a lasting imprint on history and imparted lessons on power, reform, and greatness. Thank you for watching the entire video. Please support us by subscribing and hitting the notification bell. We promise to continually improve our content and produce better videos for your enjoyment.